Right guys, we're doing a 2024 reset to have the best year ever, but it's a reset with a difference. Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica, I'm a mindset coach and a human design guide. And on this channel, I want to show you how you can combine the power of human design with effective mindset work to create a life that you truly love. So if that sounds good and you want to spend 2024 being the best version of you yet, then make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. So what I want to do with you today is a 2024 reset, but we're not going to be resetting our life. We're going to be resetting ourselves, and we're going to do that using the power of human design. This video is ideal for you if you've started the year feeling lost, overwhelmed, stuck, and you're finding yourself wanting to press the reset button, freshen things up, and get back on track so that you can feel more confident and more excited about the year ahead. I'm going to share with you the 5 steps that I would take if I was starting with human design from scratch and I wanted to have the best year ahead of me. If you're new to human design, let me give you a brief introduction. Human design is essentially a tool to help you understand who you are and how you operate in this world. It looks at your energetic blueprint and it can tell you so much about the strengths, the skills, and the things that come natural to you, the common challenges that you might face, and how you can navigate life in the most easeful and effective and exciting and fun way for you. What I absolutely love about human design is that despite having spent the last 15 years in the personal development industry, because I am a coach and I've been working as a coach for the last decade, human design had the biggest impact on me personally as a human being and on the work that I do with my clients in the shortest period of time. So the way that I personally view human design is as a super effective tool that can give you so much insight and so much knowledge about yourself so that you can then take that information and start working on your personal development in a much more focused and efficient way. I've already made specific videos actually explaining how human design came about, what is evolved, how it works. So if you want more details, then I do encourage you to check those out, and I will link them in the description box and somewhere here on the screen. But for now, just know that there are so many benefits to you understanding your unique human design and to you understanding how your energy is designed to work. Honestly, I could keep going on and on about all the ways that human design has helped me. So I hope you're ready to dive in. Let's get started with step number 1. So the very first thing that you need to do is, of course, have your human design chart in front of you. Now, if you've never pulled up your human design chart, you can access these for free using human design chart generators. I have one on my website that I'll leave linked in the description box. But essentially, in order to pull up your human design chart, you're going to need your date of birth, your time of birth, and your location of birth. The time of your birth is important. People ask me this all the time, but it does make a difference. So your more accurate your time of birth is, the more accurate your chart will be as well. Once you've entered all your details, the system will create your completely personalized human design chart, also known as your body graph. This is essentially a visual representation of how your energy works, how it flows, where it flows, and this, to the trained eye of a human design reader, can tell you so much about yourself. Every single time I'm doing a human design reading for someone, they always, without fail, say, "Oh my God, how do you know this about me? This is freaky, this is spooky. Are you sure you're not a stalker?" And I can confirm I am not. The chart is so detailed. It can give you so much information that honestly, to this day, having done hundreds of human design readings, it still blows me away every single time, because I can see how different everyone's charts are and how different combinations of each person's design creates a completely different human being. Now, let's acknowledge the fact that if you've seen this for the first time, or even if you have seen this before, but you don't really understand human design, this will look really confusing and a little bit overwhelming. Don't be discouraged, because that was the exact same reaction I had when I first saw my body chart. There are a lot of shapes, numbers, lines, different colors that right now, if you're new to human design, you won't be familiar with, and that's absolutely okay, because that's what I can help you understand. Now, once you've pulled up your chart, and if you haven't done that yet, maybe pause me and do that and then carry on with the video, because step number 2, I want you to start identifying really key aspects of your design so that you can start to understand yourself and how you operate on a much deeper level. So the first thing I want you to find out is your energy type. Thankfully, everything that we're interested in when we're first starting out is generated by the chart in black and white. So you don't have to understand what's going on in your body graph in order to know this information. There are 5 different energy types in human design. You could be a manifestor, generator, a manifesting generator, a projector like me, or a very rare reflector. But essentially, your energy type gives you information about how your energy is designed to flow. It shows you the kind of aura that you have, and how that aura determines how you generate energy, how you absorb energy, and how you exchange your energy with the world. Your energy type is the most foundational aspect of your design. It's also the most general. So, of course, no two manifestors or no two projectors are going to be the same. However, each energy type will have common strengths and characteristics and common challenges and conditioning that they will face. So this is a really good starting point for you to get familiar with how those with your energy type tend to show up in the world. For example, if you're a manifestor, manifestors as a whole, in general, are trailblazers. They're super independent. They love loads of autonomy. They need to be free to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. If you're a projector, you're a seer. You see people really deeply. You're super wise. You love to be recognized by others, and you love for people to invite you to share your wisdom with them. You love knowing that you're making a difference through sharing the things that you see. If you're a manifesting generator, you will be multi-passionate. You love to have your fingers in many pies. You love trying different things. You love to be stimulated. You love to have the freedom to be different things to different people at different times throughout your life. If you're a generator, you love to love what you're doing. You're here to lift up the world. You're here to engage in the things that make you happy. You have a lot of energy and you need to use it up throughout the day. If you're not doing it, you'll struggle to go to sleep at night. You've got buckets of energy that you need to expend in order to feel really accomplished by the end of the day and go to sleep feeling super fulfilled and excited to wake up and do it all over again. If you're a reflector, you're a chameleon. You can fit in wherever you go because you mirror back what you see, what you hear, what you feel in the environments that you're in. So there are definitely key characteristics that come with each energy type. And even just understanding those will make you feel so seen and like you're not alone in the world. So here's what I want you to do. Once you know your energy type, I want you to go and do your research to find out the key characteristics of that energy type and the key challenges of that energy type, because that information will help you understand what you're going to lean into and leverage in 2024 and what you most likely need to focus on and do mindset work on and unpack for your personal and professional development. Step number 3 is that you want to find out what your strategy is. Strategy in human design is essentially your path of least resistance to being who you are and achieving the things that you want. Now, your strategy corresponds to your energy type. So once you know your energy type, you will also automatically know your strategy. The strategy for a manifestor is to initiate and inform. The strategy for a generator is to respond. The strategy for a manifesting generator is to respond and inform. The strategy for a projector is to wait for the invitation. And the strategy for a reflector is to wait for a lunar cycle. Let's address the elephant in the room. If you're not familiar with human design, those things will mean nothing to you. Don't be discouraged. This is just us understanding what it is you need to find out. So once you know your strategy, whether you're a manifestor and you need to learn to initiate and inform, or you're a projector and you need to wait for the invitation, your next task is to go and understand what that actually means. I already have some videos on these topics. Some of them are in the pipeline that will be coming shortly, but I do have a free downloadable guide that you can access, and I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. But essentially, once you know your strategy, you can look at your 2024 and you can start to align your personal and professional strategies with your human design strategy. As an example, if your strategy as a manifestor is to initiate and inform, that means that you're here to take the lead on things, stop waiting around for people to give you permission to do things or to get validation from others. You need to follow your own urges. So you need to initiate, but you'd also need to inform. So you need to let people know what it is that you want to do and why you want to do it to avoid resistance, but also to create the potential for people to get behind you. If that is your strategy, I want you to look at your 2024 and ask yourself, what, where, and how can I initiate? So what urges am I feeling that I want to take action on in 2024? What things do I want to pursue? And how can I inform? So how can I communicate the things I want to do and the choices I want to make. Whether we're talking about a business decision, a career decision, your personal life, or your professional life, getting into the habit of initiating and informing, if you're a manifestor, is going to reduce the resistance that you might have experienced in the past, and it's going to start allowing you to do what you want to do, but to do it in a way that feels so much more easeful and effective. Now, this applies to all the other energy types as well, but of course you need to find out your specific strategy and then ask yourself those same questions. Once you know your energy type, once you know your strategy, the next thing you want to find out is your authority. Your authority in human design is essentially the way that you are specifically designed to make decisions. Maybe up until today, you have been making decisions the way that most people are told to. So maybe you've made pros and cons list, or you've asked people for advice, or you've done a ton of research. And the thing is, we are all designed to make decisions in a different way. For example, some of us who have emotional authority are designed to make decisions based on the way that they feel about something, based on the emotions that a particular situation or opportunity or person evokes. Some of us are designed to make decisions using our gut instinct. So the way that our gut responds when we are presented with something. Some of us are designed to make really instinctual and intuitive decisions because they have splenic authority. So once you know what your authority is and what it means, and again, I do have videos on these topics. If yours is missing, then give me a nudge and I'll bump it up my to film list. But once you understand the way that you're designed to make decisions and what that means for you on a practical level, what I want you to do is I want you to start practicing. Most of us live decades making decisions the way that we're told to, not the way that we inherently want to be making decisions. And so it might feel really alien to you to rely on your gut to decide which job you want to take. Too often we allow our minds, our brains, the shoulds and musts to take over, even when we deeply know that something is right for us or not. So what we want to do in 2024 to hit reset and start aligning and finding more ease and more peace and more joy in everyday life is we want to start building that trust with our own way of making decisions. There's a couple of things you can do to do this. Number one, start trusting your authority, whatever it is, in the really small decisions that you make throughout your day. So start with the almost insignificant decisions, like what do you want to eat today, or where do you want to go, which film do you want to watch, what series are you going to pick on Netflix. Start to rely on your authority for those smaller decisions and start to build a relationship with your own authority. Start to build that trust. And once you build that muscle, it will become easier and easier and easier to rely on that authority for bigger and more important life decisions. Once you've got your energy type and you know what it is and you know what it means for you and you've recognized the characteristics and challenges that come with it. Once you know your strategy, so your path of least resistance, the way that you can go about things in order to achieve the things you want in the most easeful and effective and fun way for you. Once you know your authority, the way that you're designed to make decisions so that you can start tapping into your inner wisdom instead of relying on everyone else, it's time to find out your profile. Your profile is the way that you show up in the world, both consciously and subconsciously. So it's the way that you see yourself and the way that other people see you. This has been so powerful for me to find out and understand because it has made things make so much sense. So let me give you an example. My profile is a 2-5, is a hermit heretic. So this is the kind of profile that is half, I want to be in my cave, no one talk to me, I just want to do my own thing and dedicate my time to doing the things that come natural to me and that I enjoy doing. And half of me is I want to be the hero of the situation and people come to me for advice and I love to rise up to that challenge and always be a figure of guidance and help and support for other people. For a really long time, I felt a huge pull to be one or the other. And I even recognized this when I did personality tests. Sometimes I would come out as an introvert and sometimes I would come out as an extrovert. And I always identified as an introverted extrovert or as an extroverted introvert. And the truth is I am both. And the key to unlocking more ease in myself and more ease in my life was to embrace both and to recognize that they're there to collaborate and to help each other out. I need a lot of rest as a hermit. I need a lot of alone time. And if I don't allow myself to have that, then I can't show up in the world and help and guide and be of support and be of service. Equally, if I'm always just locked up in my cave by myself, do my own thing, I won't feel fulfilled. I won't feel like I'm making a difference, because part of me is still craving that role within society that is making a contribution and that is making a difference and that has some value. So the two don't just coexist, but they thrive with each other. Now, I want you to find out your profile. You can be one of 12 profiles, and I want you to start embracing both sides of your character, the way that you see yourself, but also become aware of how other people see you and the energy that you kind of project outwards, and start to create more harmony between the two. The first step in creating harmony, honestly, is just understanding both sides of the coin. It's just knowing that they both exist and that they are there to work together, not against each other. So once you have all this information, you will be set up to have a completely different 2024 compared to any of the years you've experienced before. So this is your chance to hit reset, to forget the things that you are maybe feeling guilty or shame about for having done or not having done up until today, and to decide that you're going to try something else. You're going to try something different. And the way that you're going to do that, you don't have to guess. You can use human design to literally map out the areas that you need to focus on, both to leverage, but also to work on and manage in order to thrive. I hope that this was helpful. If you want more information about any of the things and terms that I mentioned in this video, check out the human design playlist, because I've already created more in-depth videos for each of those things. And if you can't find what you're looking for, leave me a comment in the comment section and I will add it to the list of videos I'm going to create for you. But also, there's two things that you can do right now. Number one, you can go and download the free resource that I will leave for you in the description box. This is the Beginner's Guide to Human Design. It's a beautiful PDF that I spend my Christmas holidays creating, and it includes all of the foundational aspects that I've spoken about today and explanations of each, so you can start to understand human design more, and then of course start to understand your specific design more as well. Number two, you can actually work with me directly. I do completely personalized human design readings that you can book through the link in the description box below as well. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing you here in the next video. Bye guys.